Melton Mowbray. I'm for the start of the 1940s weekend tour. We have a lot to get through today. I'm hoping to get all of it. If not, I'll kind of highlight what's coming up. So we're going to start our tour by, I'm going to flip the camera over. So we're starting our tour at the O'Clock Cafe, where, as you can see, they've got the Kick and Boogie DJ. So these guys are going to be here about 5 o'clock today. And I have also been informed by the team that there will also be dancers. So make sure to swim by there as well. There's a really good trip in there because I've literally just gone and had it for my brekkie. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and cross the road. I'm going to put me this way because you kind of don't really need to see the crossing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cross the road and we're going to head down to Bowley Court. Now, hopefully, if I've got the timing right, it will be the entertainment will start, or at the very least, it is ready to go. So we're going to, oh, there we are, green map. So yes, we're going to cross the road now, and now we're plan. So we're going to plan after this is we're going to go to Bowley, and then we're going to go round to the Bell Centre, head through the Bell Centre to show you guys what Kick Up the Arts is doing, and then head to the pork pie shop, who've got some entertainment happening today. Now, hopefully, the entertainment will be happening, and I've timed it right there. And then we will be going through Nottingham Street, where I'm going to showcase the market. Now, depending on timing, we will either go to King Street, where I will showcase the entertainment there, or we will cross the road and go and do the park and the church. And then the plan of action then is to finish at the Harbour and showcase what those guys have got going on here. So I'm going to flip my camera back round like so. So just to show you, well, there we go. So I'm at Bowley Court now. So I'm just going to walk through. I am a little bit early, but I'm hoping at the very least, here we go, show you the guy setting up. So Spirit Norton, he is a vintage crooner, and he is doing a performance down here. I think it's around 12:30, 12:45. My advice to you, as I say in the ticker tape, is if you're not sure what time things start, head to the 1940s Facebook page and check the full information line up there. So what we're now going to do, we're performing down there from 10:45. I've just arrived slightly early as well. And then obviously all the various shops and businesses down Bowley are open as well. So Shells is open, Bath and Yarn's open, K9 Chaos in. Okay, I was going to say introduce you guys to Captain, but Captain's on his hollybobs today, so no Captain for us, unfortunately. So yes, yeah, so various different businesses in Bowley are going to be open as well. Hey, Michelle, as well. So make sure to go and support these guys and the businesses whilst they're listening to the music. So and then we've got the cheese board there as well. And then we're going to get back to my camera and just take you guys now to the next key venue on our tour, which will be the Bell Centre. So I'm going to expect, probably best bet is to go through by the Jenny, isn't it, and do it that way. So heading down, I think what's Windsor Street now. Yeah, we're heading down Windsor Street, and we're just going to walk past the Jenny, the Regal, go through the car park, and then head to the Bell Centre. Well, so we're going out now. Times like this, I wish I had a teleport machine. As well. Okay, I can show a bit of King Street actually, because the eye down there as well. As well. So I can showcase that a little bit as well. So tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip my camera around again. Discovered this on the streaming software now. So we're now heading up, walking past Beauty Box now, and we're just heading up to the Regal Cinema. So obviously they've got a variety of films today. Check the What's On guide, what's happening. I put them all in chronological order of their first showing, so just check the film out there. And then, as you can see, briefly, because I'm not exactly, because it's a bit further away, 103 the Eye are going to be down there. And now we're going to head past Bellini's, past Cutting Room, flip the camera around again, because I don't think you guys particularly want to see me walk through a car park. Not that my mug's much better, but at least you can see me talk. So we're going to through to the Bell Centre now and show you guys what's in there. And we might go back, well, hopefully we'll go back to King Street later to show you a bit more of the entertainment. So we are now, flip the camera again. We're now heading up to the Bell Centre. So I'm coming car park side, just so you guys know where I am. And we're just going to go flip again, just so you guys know where we are. And we're just going to walk through the Bell Centre like so. Obviously, the guys at Creative Collective are open today. You've got LC Computers are sponsoring. You've got Sabres. You've got CAF open. Not sure about Chi, but we want Kick Up the Arts. So if you don't know what Kick Up the Arts is, because you're fairly new, or because you're new, or the business is entity's fairly new, you want the giant Shrek poster, and which is next door to LC Computers, just so we know where we are. So we're going to go in here, and I'm just going to showcase some of the stuff we've got going. Now, these guys have got workshops up until 3 p.m. today, and the great thing about these workshops is that they're free. So, for instance, we've got a giant tank that needs painting going on here. We've got, let's see what's going on this table. We've got various different decors, jamdars, things going on here as well. We've got some what looks like acrylic copy painting going on there as well. And then what looks like letter printing going on here as well. See, someone's done it before. So yes, they've got some various different workshops happening here. All of them are free, so definitely come and check it out whilst you're in the area, because we all like a good bit of free stuff here. And then there's even, we flip it round, we've even got a little photo op, you guys, as well. So onwards we go now to the pie shop. Now, I think a bit too early for their entertainment, but I'm pretty sure, because I feel their entertainment was around about the 11-ish, 11:15 mark, and we're on 10:40. So it might have to be a this is where you find stuff jobby today. So these guys have got a little bit of entertainment going on this morning, and a little bit this afternoon. And I am going to showcase quickly. This is probably what they're going to do it. They're brand new tasting cafe. So the part of their massive renovation expansion that these guys did. As you can see, it's a lot more of a modern space and as well. So information, if there's any entertainment that I mentioned at 1940s Facebook page, and you will be able to see that on the page. You just got, it's like the second, we're now on Nottingham Street, actual Nottingham Street. So just about, it's not good. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Tammy. Now, because I think I was connected to one of the Wi-Fi's automatically, and that always means that my signal's a bit there. So thank you for letting me know, because otherwise I would have literally have just gone round just with the crappy signal and you guys would not been able to see anything, which defeats the whole object of me being out and about in the store to begin with. So Tammy, if you can let me know if the signal's any better now, I'd be highly appreciative. So yeah, so we're going now through the main marketplace town centre for the vintage market, the Count and the States vintage market. So this is going to be a combination of their traditional Saturday market and then a mixture of craft things as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to flip the camera again. We're doing a lot of flippy flips. So we've got the first store here. So these guys are in vintage side. And then this is the different bouquet. And we've got a mixture of doorstops. Hello, doggy. That's the doggy's not available, by the way. It just came out and I thought it was cute. We've got some mugs. We've got some slate placing. If you look in the corner, we've got some cushions as well. So a proper little mix if you're after some gift ideas. So we're now going to swirl around to the next store. So this is going to be in front of Connie's, and this is for Support and Connections, which is a day service for adults with disabilities. And we've got various different items here. We've got some wooden decorations, clothes, hook, coat hanger hook in the front. We've got some planters. We've got some earrings as well. We've got some bracelets and key rings, poppies and flowers, more decorations. We've even got some bird houses at the back. So a proper little mix of things there. And then, of course, we've got Cleaver Meats next to those guys that are here normally on a Saturday anyway. And then next to those guys, we have Miguel. Sorry, sir. I'm trying not to smack myself in the mirror. It's the job called trying to get everything, but not smack myself in the face and close. I've got Miguel there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait until the coast is clear and show you the next store, which is just over here. So we're now going opposite Miguel in front of what used to be Clinton's. We've got a lovely little bakery store here, which here you guys might recommend them when I've done a lot of the live tours for the vintage and craft markets. So we've got a mixture of fruit loaves, we've got some gingerbread people, we've got some gluten-free cupcakes, chocolate muffins and Nutella, Portuguese tarts, bakewells, vegan sausage rolls, non-vegan sausage rolls, and then if I go around here, we've got a selection of tray bakes going on there as well. So a proper little mix of stuff there, which will be nice and lovely. So if you're after a little sweet treat, take with you because you're busy. Definitely head there. So we're now going to walk past Miguel's. We're going to just show the wildlife just quickly. So these guys are going to be next there. And then these guys are going to be next to Miss Kitch, which have got a variety of hair grips. We've got some baubles over there, hair flowers. We've got some necklaces towards the back as well. So these are all priced separately, individually. So we're going to go through that. Not really much around the high street. Baubles and mangles have got a little bit of decor around, but it's kind of more down this end. So now in front of Butterwick, where we've got this beautiful wood store. So we've got some rosewood frames. We've got some light bulbs here, like lights, really like vintage lighting going on here. We've got some gorgeous wooden ornaments. We've got some wooden key rings at this side for £2. We've got these beautiful coasters. They're going to set you about 15. We've got that vase going on as well. We've got some more vases going on there. We've got some more what look like coffee tables at the front. So proper little mix here. So we're now going opposite Pierce's, where we've got a lovely little vintage clothing store here. I'm just going to walk through and see what's going on here. So we've got some gorgeous vintage bags. We've got some beautiful vintage dresses here if you want to dress up for the occasion. We've got some coats towards the back corner, and then we've got a mixture of vintage shirts, some scarves, and I'm just going to mind out the lady. The lady's going to go there. So these guys are going to be opposite Pierce's, and then next to Needham's, which I guess are going out getting people to buy the surfaces because they're not really doing much here. Now, one thing we'll notice on this tour as well, and then we've got our baker there that's normally at all of these Saturday markets, and then we've got our clothes store that's normally at the Saturday market. So this today is a mixture down marketplace of the vintage and craft market and the traditional Saturday market. So in the words of Bob, they're doing both. So we're going to now flip onto the selfie cam whilst we go through this bit, just because it's busy and people are everywhere, and I can't turn around and say shit, that that's not politically correct, apparently. So, did you see the chicken bag? My signal is not great. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my signal today because I've got, well, apparently according to this, I've got full bars, so I don't know what's going on here today. Whether or not it's because everybody and their cousins connected, will go through and we'll pray and hope. So we're going here. We've got our lovely dragon lady here. We've got a variety of rings, dragons, fairies, etc. going on here. And then we're going to flip around again. And then we're going to go around. And then we've got lovely ant store there. And I'm going to try and move out the way the people, but they're everywhere. And then we're going to go over here. So we're now going right in front of Greg's. We've got this lovely wicker basket store. We've got some beautiful bowls at the front, some fish logo jugs, and some more ceramics here. It's a really nice mixture of stuff. And then as we head in front of Car Zone, we've got Archives Craft. And these guys, you'll recognise them from the various markets and craft markets and vintage markets I've done. As people can measure, they've got some gorgeous metalwork stuff here. And then next to these guys, we've got a selection of antique furniture as well. So we have got some beautiful stuff going on here. And then what I'm going to do now is and children's. So opposite, pretty much opposite these guys, we've got Gobbies. They've got a selection of blackjacks of various different flavours. Cookies as well, which are like blackjack cookie hybrids. They're going to set you back £2, or you can get the blackjacks for £3 or 4 for £10. And then you can see they've got a mixture of chocolate flavours here: Joe Bakewell, Biscoff, Ferrero Rocher, Kinder Bueno, raspberry and white chocolate towards the end, crunchy. So a proper little mix if you want a sweet treat there. And then we're going to go round to the coffee bar, where they've got a mixture of coffee and donuts for your edible pleasure, and those donuts smell amazing, like I have. We're going to go here. So we've got lovely bit of artwork here from Ian Hallows. Once again, Ian, a live stream regular, it seems. I always seem to be capturing him on the various different stores. And then we've got Ted Print. I'm just going to show that off so everyone in the presentation. Most father, selling some samosas at the and then we've got Deborah, got perfume promotion, and then we've got around here got a regular fruit and veg shop, got selections of hats here dead opposite those, Then we've got Get Smitten that's got a mixed. So we've got Papillon here. We've got a store, so you guys have got variety and really good here. Get Smitten. And you guys see, if you guys don't think there's enough here, then obviously you can go down Bowley, and that shop's going to be open as well. So basically, between the two, you'll find something that you want. Same with Timberwolves, they've got their store here, and they've got one. They've got their store here, so they've got a variety of different bits and bobs from their main shop, which is located at King Street as well. So probably a little mix there for various different bits and bobs. I've not seen the chicken bag in the group. I'm looking for it, but I can't find the chicken. Maybe that's a goal. Find the chicken. These guys have got these gorgeous earrings that are all handmade. We've got coasters and safe trays at the front. Those lovely vases, and then we've got some more pop culture earrings around the corner as well. And then as we're coming up towards the end of the market, we've got these beautiful resin woodcraft chibi tables that are just absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got some 3D printing of dragons, cheese boards, goblets, resin, hands and snails there, fake job. A little bit of everything here. And then is they are the last no means least of the tour as far as stores go in the main market. So we've kind of covered the market now. At least, should I say, the vintage market by town estates. Now, I have been told there are some stores in the park, which is going to be on our tour afterwards. So back on Kelly Camp a bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cross the road from the marketplace, and we're going to go for a little church and the park, which is kind of where the majority of the entertainment is. If you are religious, now is a good time to start praying for my be okay, but sometimes everybody and their cousin on stay. Um, we're out because I get it in the park, and the park is fine, but even now we're apparently tipping the my signal's not good. And normally down here the signal is pretty good. So religious, nice time to pray as we head down towards church from the cobbles. So I'm walking past Daniel to Cafe Italia, etc. As well. So I'm just gonna go. Yeah. Well, now something I haven't seen yet is anyone directing people to Bowley, Nottingham Street, or King Street yet. I've not seen any signs. I've not seen any marshals kind of dotted around yet. So what I'm hoping to see when we get to the park is signs directing people that way so that people can check out the various bits of entertainment that I've already showcased to you. And if that is the case or they don't, well, you know what you do. You share this video and say there's other stuff, and that's a doggy. Hello, doggy. He's a very cute doggy. Sorry. There will be a day that I won't get distracted by the dogs. Today is not the day. So what I'm going to do now before we go in the church is I'm going to show you this gorgeous puppy display. Now, I've already posted about this on the main page. If you guys are watching this from Facebook, which the comment section says a lot of you are. Now, this is a collaboration between the guys at History Fair and then the various different community groups, schools, etc. as well. Now, I've been told that alongside everything that I'm showing you guys now, there's actually more in the church, and you can see here we've got some beautiful knitted hobbies as well. So this is like a big collaboration in line with the E-Day, and I'm hoping it becomes a long-term and or annual fixture. No, what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the and show you guys what's in summer. So that's going to be like the churches are basically two main big sources of recreation. So here we go. So we're in the church. Here compared to outside, which it's not such a bad thing as far as lives go, because I was kind of going move and meet a lot of the time. So yeah, so we're in the church and we've got variety of different sort of history, museum artifacts. We've got some like old fashioned cookery bits, like what people would have eaten during the wars. We've got those, you know, we've got various different things on clothing. They have, I'm hoping they bring it back this year. A really nice thing about the weddings. I'm hoping I can show you. So this is the various different like artillery, communication. We've got some more clothing, what people would have styled their hair back in the 40s. And then as we go further down, we've got some kids' clothes. We've got some blitz pieces. We've got various different stuff in the blitz, the various hats, shoveling, first aid kit, air raid posts, various different artifacts going on here. And then we've got some more floral headpieces, which look as if they're available to purchase. So if you like the look of them, then you can buy them. Yeah, I was going to ask you to have. So this was actually one of my favourite exhibits when I covered the 40s weekend last year. So I'm really happy that it's come back. And this is about the various weddings. So if you wanted to get married during the Second World War, this is how you would have gone about it. So this is the various dresses, got some bridesmaid and flower girl dresses as well. We've got some what would be the crockery as well, makeup, and then a whole information thing then about how people got married basically in the war. And then we've got lovely more memorials going on here. We've got a place where you can, traditional coffee, a little book there. And then also open today is the church cafe. Now, I think there's going to be some entertainment at the church. And if there is, it is normally around here. So you see things there and then you entertain. Basically where I'm stood now. So I'll move back to show you where I was stood. So check the official 1940s Facebook page for that entertainment because I can't scream and check it at the same time. So it is on. I'm just not 1,000% sure what the timings are. I think it's from about 11ish. So go and check out the entertainment there as of when it's happening. And I realised there is another side that I have not shown you guys yet. So we're going to flip the camera back and show you guys. So we've got a lovely display here about women pilots in the RAF and all the different information going on here. You can even buy yourself a book on it if you don't have, or an article print for free. And there's a designated air book for a fiver. And then rounding off the church, we've got these lovely articulate figures from Mowbray Modeler there. And as you can see, they've got various tanks, Spitfires, ships, cars, vans, etc. And then we've got more of the gorgeous poppies as well next to those guys. This is absolutely stunning and I love it. So we're now going to leave the church. Thank you, God, for your custom. But we're now going to leave your house and we're going to head to the park. So, hey, it's lovely. How are you? Are you okay? How are you? All right. Good. I'm all right. I'm good. So, we're now going to. Sorry, this is me gassing again. Long time, it's like normal will occur. I will start gassing and or I will get distracted by a dog. I know a few people at this thing and there are lots of doggies, so we could be in for a fun time as we head to the park. So we're now going to head into the park, which is going to be the big one. I think the last time I did a park vid, when I covered it previously on lives, I think it took me about an hour So we could be in for a long one here, folks, but we'll go around. I'm going to show you everything, at least as much as I can, because obviously I can't show you every piece of entertainment because every piece of entertainment isn't happening yet. So I'll show you what I can as well. So I'm going to find myself a good starting point, and then I think the plan is we're going to go clockwise from the starting point, and then in theory we'll end up with it, and I'll be like, oh look, it's a perk. This is what you can see at the perk. So I think we're going to start the wheel because the wheel's quite an obvious landmark to spot, and then we'll go clockwise from the wheel. I think will be our plan as well. So we'll just start with that camera around. So we're going to start from the Atlantic Star wheel. So what I'm hoping, there we are. So it's going to be $3.50 per person for a ride. It's a really nice one to do. I've done it a couple of times when I'm covered. And we've got some really good views. It's really nice to see. And then we've got dead opposite them a carousel. That's also going to be $3.50 per person. And then we've got some old school boat swings. They could walk. The pirate ships could run. They're also going to be £3.50 per person. And then we've got Beer and Co here. They've got a little pop-up coffee shop next door. So we've got iced coffee, teas from $2 to $3.50, depending on what you want. And then opposite those, we've got a little vintage car ride for the squiglets. And then, oh my god, what the heck is that? Oh my god, okay. Oh, okay. Please. Just, so we can go straight above it. Hello. So, it looks like it's got a few people going on. We're going to go back and get some pictures live. And then as we go live there, we've got Spud World. But before I do Spud World, obviously I was saying about signs earlier. So I am gonna, because I do see them, so we're gonna quickly go show you guys the signs, see if they just cover, see what they include, and then go back there. I think these guys might be the old signs from previous years, but I could be wrong. What we got? I could be wrong. So we've got a display area, we've got the marketplace. Okay, so it'll direct you guys. You're coming from the park, it'll take you to the marketplace. What I haven't seen is any signs from the marketplace to King Street, Bowley, or the Bell Centre Stroke Port Pie Shop. So organisers, if you're watching this, make a sign, have someone down there directing when it's entertainment, or at the very least, have it on your notice for next year. And for everybody else, don't forget that alongside everything in the marketplace, there is going to be entertainment at Bowley, King Street, and Port Pie Shop today. And you've got those free workshops and crafting activities at Kick Up the Arts as well. And if you've got someone that doesn't know that that's going on, share this video, let them know. Educate the children, as I say. Feed the children, educate the children, and the children will be happy. So, where was I on my tour? Okay, we're at Spud World, wasn't I? So these guys, they've moved locations. Normally they're down in the town centre on a Saturday, but they've done what clever people do and go, there's a busy event, we're going to move. It's like really good. And they've got a variety of lovely jacket potatoes, starting at £4 for just the basic one. And then you can add toppings there for £1 each. And then you get yourself a ton of pop as well. And we've got the most varieties of food here, sweets and mega shakes. So we've got various different flavours. We've got massive banana one, strawberry one, chocolate one, vanilla, caramel Oreo, bubblegum. And this is, if you want like all your puddings and milkshakes in one, this is the one for you. Grandparents, aunties, uncles, if you really want to make the children happy when they go back to their parents, this is the store for you. And then alongside that, we do have a mixture of coffee as well. And we've got some sweeties and drink as well. If you really want to hype up the kiddies, I'm not going to lie, I'm actually tempted to pick one up from this one. Then we got chip and dips, and these guys are going to be doing loaded fries, loaded nachos, and you can pick the toppings accordingly. So you can do barbecue, cheese, garlic mayo, sour cream. Basically, you can mix it up to suit you. We like the flexibility around here. Now we're gonna. I feel like this is very familiar. I have a feeling, looking at them, we might be seeing these guys at Mr. Gaffney. I could be wrong. I think it might be in the cards to see them there. We'll see in a couple of weeks when I go cover it. But I don't know how I'm going to cover it yet because you guys think that we're spotty. You bad. That's on budget. You think this is bad and this is dodgy. Wait until you guys get to Glaston budget. Live streaming that particular event, I don't think it's going to be on the cards unless they have done a Forbidden Forest and install Wi-Fi points. Um, but I think that might be a video, couple of bit. I think it's going to be stopped if I can upload it, and then sorry, nearly punched someone in the face there. I think it's going to be a story if I can do it, and it actually lets me upload it, and then full video review blog post after the event. Anyway, talking about 2 weeks, and you guys want to know about it. You want to be in the millions. Anyway, this is probably crazy. Next tune as well. This guy's got me to so if you want to switch, this is the store for you. So it's going to be £3.50 individually, 4 for 12, 6 for 16.50. Once again, sweet cones and children up you can, and then you're done from, which is very popular. Which is why I'm just going to kind of cover it from afar, because the guys are doing burgers, back, sausage cob, and let's be honest, you can do those all the weird and wonderful foreign food in the world, but you're going to have people flock to a open pub. I was very lucky when I went to go and grab a crispy with brekkie. At the odd clock, they were like, you're lucky you went now, Kelly, because half an hour ago you wouldn't have been able to move. And I was like, awesome. So we're going to wait for the child. Is he going to rise? Is he rising? He's rising. The child is rising. I'm talking about a child off camera. So he's on the floor. So we're try and weave past the rising child. Show you guys the coffee bean. That's got a variety of coffee here, cappuccinos, lattes. Then going to take you back 360 to 420, depending on what particular hot beverage you want. And then they've got all of nice lattes to keep the beverage warm as well. And then we're going to go to another regular on these lives, which is Chili Guys. These guys seem to be doing a lot of events going on here. Oh, we've got even samples. Keep an eye out, guys. We've got samples as well. Thank you. And then they've got various different cheese, samosas, curry. I'm going to go nom, nom, nom. Mm. Mm. That was a good onion margin. I'm expecting these guys to be very popular today. Is a pulled pork, hot pork stuffing hob. If I was you, if you want that sort of thing, I would go ASAP because I'm expecting it from about an hour to be absolutely like roundly ridiculous. So we've got Bronto Pizza now. They're going to be doing hot fries and then a selection of pizzas. They're going to take about 10 to 12, depending on what we want. Your chips are going to be £5 for normal, and then your loaded ones are going to be £8, and just cheese chips are going to be 6 as well. Now, this is really cool. And I'm going to show it to you guys properly. So, you guys have heard of an American diner, and you guys might have heard of a pop-up food vendor for things like festivals, events like this one. What would be interesting? Yeah, folks. Once again, that's me getting distracted by chin wagging to people. But anyway, yeah, folks, it's an American diner that doubles as food. Now, the American diner actually does this. So these guys are next to British Bus Bar, which will be next on to showcase anyway. And as you can see, we've got seats in there, and there's a gentleman sat down at the moment. He's just having something to eat. So, that's a bit where to go because I want to give it diner, and it's got steaks, like American fries, chicken curry, pancakes, beer, grape, hot chocolate, tea, coffee. So it's a proper American like situation. We've got various different things going on there. You've got your old school jukebox, and then you've got a really cool set of seating going on in that corner as well. It's really cool, I must admit. Like, I really wish I could kind of show you guys more of it without, kind of invading people's privacy. But I want to show you guys stuff. I might be able to show you actually because it's really questions. This is also a big penny on over the top of that. So yeah, it's basically a pop-up American diner as well, complete with the old seating. Really pretty cool. Looking dead opposite now, we've got flip around. We've got a little bit of chip bag because we're British and it's a celebration of the olden days. So you've got to have a classic fish and chip pan there. It's like the unspoken rule. So fish and chips here are going to set you back again, which is apparently what my boyfriend paid for Andy's on Barker yesterday. So it's perfectly reasonable. Are they?
Yeah. Because he comes to my house on Tuesday night. He does. It must be nice, isn't it?
You heard that, folks. Local recommendation. That's a good one when you got people coming on camera, coming in the background saying that they highly recommend the stuff. So yeah, so we've got the bus bar there. Self-explanatory. It is a bar on a British bus. You've got that upstairs seating if you want to keep out of the sun, and then obviously you got the bar in the bottom as well. Okay, so what we're going to play the game now is we through the people so that we don't go and think because we're not. No, I've already heard that joke. You don't need to go there. Also, we that is also so if you have it will be an information set for but just quick tickets, £1 a strip. And they're being drawn tomorrow, aren't they, Sharon? The raffle tomorrow, is it today? Tomorrow, that is, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Well then, as I just mentioned, the Italian song now, so here it is. So lovely stuff. And that's why you've got all those people kind of crowded around. If you could hear it, great. If you couldn't, basically, they were saying that there is a raffle happening tomorrow. So if you got until 1 p.m. tomorrow to buy your ticket, and then the draw will be at 1 p.m. tomorrow. I don't know what the prizes are, but they're normally decent at these events, to be fair. So definitely inquire about those as well. And we will just go through the path, and then I'll show you Now, what I'm about to take you through is kind of where most of the vintage stores are. So obviously, I showed you some of the stuff at the marketplace earlier, but there's more. So these are more your vintage stores, like your plastic 40s. My camera again. Beautiful headband. What was it? Was a lion. Let me put the camera on. So what we have here is a lion. Now, as you can see, they are wearing the tiny model for us. So if you have lost someone or something, or you don't know where the hell you're going, go and find someone with the snazzy lion jacket, and they will direct you. And hopefully, we won't be hearing about any electricians today. Yeah. Fingers crossed, no electricians. So then we've got some more lovely retro dresses here, hats, skirts, come on, Kelly, jackets, and then we've got some more handmade dresses going on here as well. So if you're after a vintage dress, ladies and gentlemen, this is the event for you. I'm going to go round now to the next store. Actually, first, I'm going to show you what the rest of this store is. 50 flip the camera again. So we've got lovely mix. So we've got a lovely mixture of waistcoats and men. We've got some shoes, got some more headbands towards the back, more blazers. So the hat today is absolutely stunning, and I would show you if there was if it wasn't going to interfere with my microphone, which it might be. I'm not 100% sure. Not going to try it. So we've some lovely vintage 40s artifacts here, some various different going on there as well. And then we go through the grass, more goodies as well, and then more and every gender in between. If you are wanting vintage dresses, this is the event for you because there are a lot of them, and there is just a lot of vintage clothing as well. We've got some more hats, we've got some tunnies, we've got some more stuff towards the back, and then we've got once again more vintage clothing here. We've got some skirts. We've got this stunning Victory B-Day dresses going on now. We've got these beautiful ones. We've got these gorgeous one size skirts. So I'm going to take you back 35. Sorry, that was who was just singing there. She's lovely and talented. I think she's coming back tomorrow. Double check the Facebook page again. We've got these lovely more headbands. Be nice to show you a song. Not selling. Oh, museum. They're not selling clothing, but they're telling you about the various different history of the area. And then they've got some lovely workshops and stuff on as well. So definitely do those for that. And then we've got a hat store here called James Handmade Hat. It's got a variety of hats there. And then we've got some more vintage clothing, but this is kind of focusing more on accessories, so bags, jewellery in the corner. Got a couple of shirts then, not as many as the other stores. It's kind of focusing more on what? Accessories. I couldn't speak. I couldn't say my words then. So we've got a few more lovely stores there going on. We've got some more going on here, and then we've got some more vintage clothing towards the back corner. And then we've got some more clothing going on there. Lots of vintage clothing, guys. Lots more vintage clothing. We've got even more vintage clothing. I don't know if putting them all was a good idea or a bad one. Oh, we've got something that isn't vintage clothing. Hey! Well, it's kind of vintage clothing, but it's more for an animal sanctuary. So it's kind of got some vintage clothing, but there's more of a focus on different antiques. Then the money goes towards the animal sanctuary and helping the neglected animals there. And then we've got some retro books. And then these guys are next to Crafty Git. that have got a variety of garden wire sculptures, from 200 to 250, depending on what you order. Got some charcuterie boards, steak boards, barbecue boards, general storage places, seagulls. Like, was watching the Seagull Championship this year, or was it just me that was invested? Got some more on the islands, we've got some handmade poppies there, then we've got some more sculptures of various different materials at the front. Good for your garden. And then dead opposite those, we've got some more vintage stools. And then next to these guys, we've got a mixture of what I think are sewing patterns. So if you decide you want to give it a go and do it yourself, this is the stall for you. And then we'll just keep moving around the camera, I think, until you get past the endless clothing, clothing. Guess what? More clothing. So if you want to get clothes, they just allow it. I'm really under in between. This is very much the store for you, the event for you. I'm gonna flip the camera around to the next bit. So we've got, especially they're going to be doing internet styling, 10 to 20 pounds depending on what you want. And then at the top there, we've got a lovely little couple dancing to some music. I don't me and Liam here, so it probably. And then we've got a lovely little royal family book here from Roy Palmer himself. So that's going to be £12, and it's a mixture of factual poetry, and then they've got some information about the Chelsea pensioners as well, which are wonderful people. My dad used to do a lot of stuff with the pensioners when he was RSM as well. So they're really good ones to support, guys. And then we've got Kel's pop-up shop, which is selling a variety of vintage tea and coffee, which is absolutely rammed. To the point I can't actually squeeze in and show it. So make of that information what you will. Turns out having a vintage tea shop next to the biggest place in entertainment's a really good business move. I wonder how much they bribed about having tea to do. I think it's zero in all fairness. I think they all paid the same pitch fee, but they very much looked out in the good old thing there. So sorry, sir. So we have got the old pavilion cap open. I'm gonna flip the camera around and just show you what it looks like. So yes, they've got the old. They've got some drinks. They've got some ice cream. They've got some cakes. They've got some waffles. So all those good stuff as well. If the case that you don't happen to, in the very high and likely case that you find something that you don't like at the various different food vendors, or just want to check it out outside of that, then it's a place to use. So we're going to cross the bridge now. Now, I'm going to cross the bridge towards the other side of the park because at the next I can show you one thing. I think I can show you two, and I'm hoping I can show you more. Is the plan? Because I know for certain I'm going to be able to show you the pavilion. I think I could potentially show you the boats because they did say they were going to be open today. And then I'm hoping I can show you some 40 stuff alongside it. Because there was stuff in previous years, but I don't know if it's moved over. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go for a walkie down here. Okay, so I can show you stuff because I've got the bar down here as well as everything else. So there is stuff for me to show you, which is what I was hoping. Because it's a bit awkward if I walked all the way down and didn't show you stuff, wouldn't it? That'd be a very awkward. So, as you guys might be aware, if you are long-time Meltonians, we used to have a Pavilion Cafe. It used to be open during lockdown. It was still a venue, but it wasn't really being looked after as much as we all wanted. And so it kind of went a bit dilapidated. And instead of kind of refurbing it, the council voted to knock it down. And so what I'm going to show you now is the replacement, basically. Now, I'll tell you what I think this could be. I think this might be The outdoor cinema. Yeah, I think it's the outdoor cinema. I'm gonna come around briefly. So this is the outdoor cinema. So they're going to have a variety of films. I think it's 3 films a day there. And they're all kind of tied to 1940s war in some way. So if you want to film them, go and check them out. And then opposite the theatre, you've got MB Bars. So these guys are going to be at most, if not all, of the events within the partnership. They've got a variety of bottled beer, lager on tap, ale, wine, a little bit of everything. One of you guys in the store, those guys are new. And the replacement for the Potato Cafe is this little octopus. So they're going to be focusing more on hot food, and then the pavilion that I showed you before we crossed the road is going to be focusing more on hot stuff. Now, let me have a look, see. I don't think it's open today, to be fair. I think the teenagers that nicked the boat and attempted to do bloody shitty Pirate of the Caribbean have kind of ruined it for us. Yeah, no, there are no rainbows to be seen. At the point when the teenagers stop nicking all the material and stop vandalising it and stop ruining it for every fucker else, this place will have boats. And you will be able to hire a boat and paddle along the river and then hand your boat back. And then the money raised from paddling said boats will go towards maintaining the waterways and the various different things alongside it. So this is where it's going to go when it's allowed to go there. And hopefully, the little shits that have been ruining it for everyone else recently will be doing it anymore. And I'm hoping that the police have given them a very stern word, and that come future events in the park when I cover them, or in just in the summer anyway. Okay, so I will show you the prices actually because I can't show you them. One moment, I tapped the camera off button by mistake. So it's going to be £15 for 30 minutes, but that's per boat. So, for instance, if you've got two boats, two people in the boat, that's like 50, so on and so forth. So it sounds a bit more pricey than what it actually is because you're probably not going to go on a rowing boat on your own. You're probably going to be at least sharing it with one other person. So we're going to walk past the outdoor cinema now. We're going to go back into the other part of the park. But yeah, so make sure to swing by the outdoor cinema, guys. There's not really much in terms of signage for it I've not seen. Like I said, the only signs I've seen are look like the ones from the last year's event. So make sure to head down there. Make sure to head down Bowling. Make sure to head down King Street. Make sure to head down Nottingham Street and check out Pork Pie Shop and pick up the arts as well. Because I don't want you guys missing out at the end of the day. It's why I do these live tours, so I show you everything that needs to see. And then the idea is you guys go, oh my God, that looks amazing. And then you go down. And then you go visit it. And then you spend money. And then everybody's happy. Because this is probably the biggest event on the mountain calendar, if not the biggest. So if y'all not spending money, we're all screwed, basically. So come down if you haven't already. So it's on till 5. And then there's various other bits kind of dotted out throughout the day. And then they have got that tea dance tonight, which is an additional charge. But if you don't want to pay that charge, you've still got all of the weekend's entertainment, all your Saturday. Yeah, you've still got your bands, you've still got your DJs, karaoke as well. All of that is in this week's What's On Guide, which you'll find on TikTok, you'll find it on Insta, you'll find it on Facebook. So for the benefit of those of you on YouTube, make sure to look for those as well. So yeah, I'll try and show you my point. Yeah, so just to highlight, there are signs look a bit like this one, but because I'm pretty sure they're the ones from last year, they won't cover everything. So they take you to the marketplace, but they don't cover Bowley, Nottingham Street, or Kings. And there's not anything I can see at the moment for the outdoor cinema. So make sure to swing by both these places on your travels, because otherwise you're going to miss out, basically. So we're now going to say hi to the Germans, because, of course, it's not a Portuguese weekend without us saying hi to the Germans. So because we are saying hi to the Germans, I will pre-warn you now, trigger warnings and whatnot, that there will be some signs and symbols that are not acceptable for a modern day society. So for you guys, if that triggers you, come back in about 20, 30 minutes. And for the sake of the community guidelines for the social media platforms, the symbols that you might be about to see are used for educational purposes only. Kelly Davis does not associate or approve of the symbol and everything it stands for, and is merely using it for the sake of education and entertainment. Please bear that in mind and do not remove this video from your platforms. Okay, so we're going to get into the Germans now. So this is the Germans encampment. We're going to say hi to the Germans. We're going to go through here. So yeah, once again, guys, another stand, another sign there for the stuff in the park. Bear in mind there is some stuff as well. We've gone through the side that doesn't have a banner to it, so bear that in mind. Don't do that. So we're in the German encampment now, and we've got what is to be an umpire ban going on there, and then we've got a bratty place there, and then we've got bar.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is part two.
So there we go, we've got some more. Yeah, so we've just had the umpire ban there. So we're now looking at some of the German military operations. They used to have a little barrier there, and then more indications up there of the German, which is why you got people gathering around there. And then we're probably going to weave round. Don't feel like going through prize close today because you can see there are stingers. I am wearing shorts. I dare not risk it. My legs are already injured enough after last week. I don't want to give them any more damage. So we're going to go back through the round prize to the next part of the German encampment, which shows you the various campsites look like. You know, the tents, the different stuff over there. We get the German vehicles there. And then we've got tents and the various different artillery they use, gas, mines, guns, etc. Now we're going to go around here to the next part. Oh yeah, there is a lot of this, and I've been talking to you guys for a while. This is why I'm glad I've got my restream, and I'm not ruddy doing what I've done in previous years and having to do 3 laps of the ruddy, ruddy same event many times and lose my breath. Right, once again, another sign, highlighting the signs, follow the signs, be mindful the signs don't cover everything, basically. And then we've got more artillery here. Now we're in America. Showing the Americans, artillery there. And then on the other side, we have some very, very big planes, which would have been thrown during World War II. Then I'm just going to go and take you to the other side of the mountain. Well, not the mountain, it's literally the other side of the road. And taking you across the road. And then you've got some more guns, machine guns, some more artillery there as well. And then I'm going to pop you back on the front cam, and I'm going to take you a toddle further up. And I'm not going to turn around and be like, weenie wings. There's two little weenies are just able to here. So we've got an authentic. Don't talking as if I'm not showing it you. Okay. So we've got what we've got now is a lovely authentic like cookery plate, including a chance for you to eat what they used to have. So from 12:30, so just under an hour, you can get yourself a Dublin coddle for a fiver and enjoy some authentic food. And here we go, it tells us what's in it. So a Dublin coddle includes bacon, sausage, onions, leeks, carrots, potatoes, peas, turnips, cabbage, garlic, black pepper, herbs, lentil puree, and Guinness. If you're a veggie or vegan, please go somewhere else. This place is not for you. Unless you ask for the bacon and sausage and to be removed. But either way, it smells absolutely divine. Let me show you guys what it is. That smells absolutely beautiful. And if I can peek my camera through, that looks beautiful as well. It looks like a really nice little stew they've got going on there. We're gonna get our way down, walking fast. Gonna show you some tin stuff. So yeah, so we've got the various different tin stuff that would have been in the 40s, and then we've got traditional nappy style dishes as well with scones, French cake, coffee, tea, probably a little mix as well. And then I think I might have to go round. I'm making this. Okay, I know. I'm going to go round by the army down and then do it that way. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So we're going to have the old school army. So you've got the old school army and the various different artifacts there from when we won the war. Yeah, go us, go Britain. You're amazing. And then if you want to join the modern army, have a stall there as well. And I think the kids are learning to drive tanks. So I feel like that's going to be a new advert. You can drive a remote control tank. You can drive a car. If you can drive a car, then you can go and drive a random tank or an Apache helicopter with guns and firearms and all the fun stuff. Royal Army, Royal Navy, if you are available, I do take advertising commission, but you will have to go and film yourselves. I can script, but I can't use the big cameras. Me and my smartphone are happily a unison pair. So we have, I forgot to share with you, I did say to Christine I was going to do it earlier. There are a small selection of public toilets. They're not the best, they're portaloos, so they're not going to be swanky artisan, but something to bear in mind when you are planning your day is that there is going to be portaloos as you go around there. And then what I'm going to go and do now is, no, I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to press that button. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you the old school they would have used to farm back in the day. So the old school millers, and then the old school tractor. Obviously, all this was part of us growing food and ultimately winning the war because we're making sure that people came there. So this is really about the farming side now. You know, you've got the land girls there. You've got a lot of this is about women, about farming, how we helped towards the war. I'm going to go into the corner now and show you about the nurses and how the nurses contributed. This bit's really about women empowerment, how awesome the women were. Because obviously we talk about the soldiers, but we don't talk about the people back home enough. So we don't talk about the nurses, we don't talk about the farmers and people working in the factories that all contributed towards the war just as much as the women did. So this is kind of towards the back of this vintage vehicle that I'm going to show you now. And we are lucky today. It's lovely and warm and lovely and sunny. Although I am slightly warm now because I've been walking and talking for an hour and 10 minutes and we're still not done. I think we're about, what would I say, about 3/4? No, because I've still got to do stuff on the inside, yeah? We are done when we are finished. Let's go for that. But in the meantime, keep with me. For those that are new that just joined the live, hello, I'm Kelly. I post about Melton a lot. And part of that is I cover different events. And today I am covering the 40s weekend, which is one of, if not the biggest event on the Melton Mowbray calendar. I'm currently in the park, covering the stuff in the park. But alongside the stuff in the park, there is also things happening in the marketplace. They have entertainment and a massive set of stalls. You've also got a DJ outside of the Odd Cafe for those of you heading up to Sherrod Street. And then there will be entertainment in Bailey Court, Pork Pie Shop, and King Street as well throughout the day. Check the 1940s Facebook page for the specific timings on those. And then alongside all of that, Pick Up the Arts is also doing a selection of PE day themed workshops, art stuff in there, and that is free to partake in. So definitely go and check everything out, not just the stuff in the park. And then alongside all of the 40s related stuff, as well, there is the various different activities and events that are happening that are 40s related, which you can find on Skype. Well, I forgot the yeah. Well, do we count the outdoor cinema technically is in the park? But yeah, there's an outdoor cinema. You go across the bridge. Not really signposted, but it does have a bar. And if you are truly stuck because we do not have signage, as I've already pointed out, there are lions dotted around. They have bright yellow high vises with lions on the back. You cannot miss them. So if you are generally stuck, find a line in a high vis. They will point you in the right direction for what you want to do. You'll see them dotted around the park. Hopefully someone will be dotted in the marketplace as well to direct there. I'm going to show you a very special store. So for those of you that would have watched the live when I went to the church, because I went to the church before I went to the park, I showed you some gorgeous puppies and this lovely display that was absolutely stunning, and I hope they keep, or at the very least make an annual event for the 40s. Now, the guys at History Fair, i.e. the store that I'm showing off now, which is very warm inside, these guys coordinated it. So they worked with schools, community projects, businesses in Melton, and then Brian and Amanda coordinated it with and basically turned it into the gorgeous centerpiece that they have. Now, alongside all of the beautiful puppies, these guys have a variety of history tours. So if you want something to do in the weekend, or you've got a bit of free time, I will publish the flyer. If you want something different to do in the weekends, on the first Saturday of each month, Brian happens to do a tour. So they meet at the council offices, and then Brian talks about the various different aspects of Melton Mowbray that not enough people touch on, in my opinion. And then if you want to do a group booking, Brian can also do that as well. You just have to speak to him nicely. But also they've got a variety of gifts and that as well. So Brian is on my list. Got to find the time to squeeze it in, basically. But I look forward to doing one of his tours and let you guys know. Every person that's been to one that I've seen has got absolute rave reviews about it. I've yet to see someone say it's bad, so I very much look forward to doing that. We've got Beaver Care Medical Services in here. They're there in case you hurt yourself, pass out in the heat, have a cheap seizure, any of the above. Basically, they're there to make sure that we don't get injured or we're all nice and safe. And then as we head round, we've got some pretty pony. Are they hot? No, they're too big to be ponies. They're horses. So we've got some horses there that are doing the tactical hay scarf. And I've noticed that the hay that's been placed on the ground so that the horses are more inclined to go and get pets, because really the horses and me are the same. We will be much more motivated to work for you if we're offered food in a bargain. And I also point that place out as well because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 portable toilets. And I know when we spoke, so as I was already saying, the lines are about, and I've got 2 of the young lions here that are running away from me before I can get the camera on them. But yeah, so the young lions, they meet so they have a social once a month, and then there's a business meeting once every 3 months, open to all ages, genders, sexualities, races, so on and so forth. So if you want to come and meet a group of like-minded people, we have a lot of fun. Yesterday, after our business meeting, we joined the main lines for our quiz, where Michael and I, who's off camera, were part of the Supreme Lions winning team. We won. We revelled in our victory. We were the bottom 3 teams because most of the questions were for people over 70, but that's not the point. The bottom line is we have the bragging rights going forward in the club. So if that's something you guys sound like you really want to enjoy, definitely reach out to the young lions. And also, if you are, feel you're a little bit too older for the young lions, the main lions, i.e. the guys that I kind of pointed out earlier with the high vises, they're also looking for members as well. Those guys do a variety of different activities throughout the year. So they support events like this one. These guys are really good. So they're going to be doing some prostate and diabetes testing throughout the coming up soon. They've got a plant sale next week to help fundraise it. So these guys are really great. And ultimately, if it's not for people like them, events like the ones in the park wouldn't be able to go ahead as well as they're doing right now. So definitely give them some love. Definitely, if that sounds like your cup of tea, go and check them out. Give them some love. And we look forward to seeing you, basically. And then we're just wrapping up the tour now with I say we're wrapping up the tour. We're not wrapping up the tour because Kelly has just seen that there's actually a bunch of other stuff that she thought she was done. So basically, Kelly now has to do a little circle and then inside the circle to show you guys the stuff in the inside of the circle, then finish at the wheel. So what we've got here is a little miniature railway. So you can hop on the railway and then you can do a little lap of the track. So that's very cute. You've got kids. And then going around the circle, we've got the seating if you want to rest or you want a bite to eat as well. And then I'm just going to toggle up to the stalls because there's a few more stalls going on here that I want to showcase. We've got like a fudge stall, we've got a sapper stall, we've got some trombola, got a care home. I don't know how I feel about that, but we got the thing, and then we've got these guys. I'm going to go and put G in here. I put the lions at low. I put the guys street in I'm going to plug G. So, you're doing something really awesome. Alongside all of the day trips, all of them on the board, all of them there, they are working with Glaston Budget to provide a shuttle service to and from the festival. So this is an extra £5.30 per person because I'm factoring booking fees, and it will pick you up from it will pick you up and then it will drop you off at the festival, and then at the end of the day it will take you back. Without saying that this is, I said earlier, guys, that I will probably get distracted by chin wagging to someone. This is me doing the chin wagging. So if you want to, what I'm doing, I'm just going to turn up my mic and my camera for a second. If you want to, go grab a coffee, have a sit down, order a drink, I'll be back in 5. All right, I'm just going to put this up quickly. Knock up the stalls. If you can put some donkeys in the background. So if you've got kids, you can ride donkeys. And then we've got Charles Hampton's Bush here. We've got Hero Port here. We've got Sapper. We've got Tom Brennan. I think it's for Pablo in those. Then we have a collection of vintage vehicles. And then kind of tucked in the back are the little sea cadets. Let's look back at where we started in the park, which was the so what I'm going to do is flip that round. So as you can see from the over an hour and 15, 20 minutes of content that I've given you guys today, there's a lot happening in Melton Mowbray. And this is based up as well. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to go Harbour. Right. So the Harbour Hotel, they've got entertainment from 12. That's why I've not shown it, because it's not like the entertainment yet. Okay. So the Harbour got entertainment from 12. And if you're one of the first people there, it's the first 80, you can get a 7p pint. And you can also, when you cut your 7p pint, also get a hot dog for 7p as well. So you can get a pint and strand for 14p. So alongside everything that I've shown you in this video, make sure to go and check those guys out. I'm going to hopefully get some pictures into the video after I've gone and done my typical go around and chin wag to half a Melton Mowbray thing, because multiple people are kind of collared me. And then also, I'm going to be doing a separate post that goes on taking pictures with my overall thoughts of the event and where I think could be better for next year, which basically boils down to it's great, you should come down. I just wish there was a bit more signage for people to go to places like Bowley, Sherrard Street with Bod Clock, King Street with their entertainment and the Eye, and then the pork pie shop, Bell Centre, because I've walked around because those of you who watched it from the start, walked around the marketplace, there's no signage. We've just gone around the park, there's no signage. Those of you that have been watching would have seen the church, once again, no signage. So it'd be nice if that's going to be a case of some things, if we had those signs in place going forward, because otherwise people are going to miss out on the great things that are happening in that mission. So that calls it a day, folks. Have a lovely rest of the weekend. Make sure to come down here. The main stuff is happening till 5 today, like within the park and the church. And then the other stuff, like the pick up the art stuff, is going till 3 today. And then for the other entertainment, Hogwarts DJ, that's going to be till 5. Harbour's entertainment is 12 till 7. And then for the entertainment at Bowley, the pork pie shop, and King Street, make sure to go onto the 1940s Weekend Facebook page to see the individual breakdowns today. I know that King Street is 12:45, and the only reason I can remember it's 12:45 is because I literally had the one piece of entertainment down there for the whole day alongside the Eye, which is something else that I will also talk a little bit about when I give my final thought. Otherwise, have a good weekend. I will see you guys later. If you want more entertainment alongside everything I've showcased you, make sure to check out the guide that's live once again on Facebook, Insta, and TikTok. And make sure, if you haven't already, to follow me on all your favorite platforms. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Insta, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. I like the four I'm most active on, and I do have a Blue Sky account. Um, I just need to start posting and getting my act together on there. But otherwise, oh, and I'm also on Threads and starting to post a bit more on that now. But yeah, follow me on all your favourite social media platforms, because let's be honest, all the loveliest, sexiest, most intelligent humans do. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.